Welcome back, it's me, Lou. Alright, so today is going to be a special video as we focus on a custom action figure that I just made. So this action figure is a one-off. It is not available at retail locations. It's something I created and modified myself. This is a different version of Flashpoint Batman. I like to call him Hero Flashpoint Batman, the Dark Father Redeemed. So I actually have like a fiction in my head that describes, this guy's backstory and whatnot. So recently I made a custom action figure. I made this guy right here. Be on the lookout for this video. I made a custom Hush action figure. But in order to make Hush, I needed the holsters and straps from Flashpoint Batman. So here is the original Flashpoint Batman that I used. This is the second release of the figure. The first release had the masked head. So this figure initially looked like this. But it was, I had to sacrifice the holsters and the guns and give it to my new Hush custom. And then after I did that, I was left with a Batman figure that was practically useless. He no longer had a belt. Removing the leg straps here left these giant grooves in his thighs. And it looked horrible. So I'm like, I need to do something with what I had left over of this guy. And I'm like, you know what, let's dig into my parts bin, use our imagination and try to see if I could salvage this and create a new Batman character. And this was the result right here. So let's take him out and take a look at him. So if you're familiar with the Flashpoint Batman character, Flashpoint Batman is not Bruce Wayne. It's actually Bruce's father, Dr. Thomas Wayne, from an alternate timeline. In his timeline, Bruce and Martha get murdered, and then he takes up the mantle of Batman. It's not Bruce Wayne. But Flashpoint Batman has actually jumped into the normal DC universe, and he's kind of an asshole. He's kind of a villain. He's horrible. He's done horrible things, and he's responsible for the deaths of some beloved characters. But in my head, I wanted to create a new Batman character using the leftover pieces I had from Flashpoint Batman, and then I came up with this. I call this, like I said at the beginning of the video, this is still Flashpoint Batman, but this is Flashpoint Batman as a hero. He's no longer a villain. He's doing the right thing. And, if this was a miniseries or a comic book event, I'd call it the Dark Father Redeemed, since he's the father of Bruce Wayne. Let's take a look at some of the differences. So as you can see, for one, this guy here has a masked head. The head here is taken from the McFarlane Dark Detective action figure. It works well, especially since this guy, his cowl is pulled back and he exposed his neck and his face. And then since his neck was exposed, this helmet or this version of the head made perfect sense because the ears are exposed, and his chin. So it blends in well. The neck blends in well with the ear, and the look feels like very natural for this. Another difference is Flashpoint Batman has the black and red bat emblem. For me, since this guy is now a hero, he adopted the gold and black, much like, our Batman has. So he's now a hero. Since I got rid of this guy's belts and holsters and gave it to my Hush action figure, this guy did not have a belt at all. And I dug into my Marvel Legends parts bin, and I found, I think it's a Hydra Trooper. The one that came with the larger muscle figure. He had like the big vest. I cut the belt out, and then I found some pouches from another figure and just Frankenstein a belt together. His underwear here is actually taken from another action figure. I want to say this might be from the John Stewart Green Lantern. But the underwear is like super tall, so I had to kind of like trim it. I'm a big fan of Bruce Wayne or Batman and Superman wearing their underwear over their tights. I don't like the look where it's just all gray. It doesn't feel right to me. I just always felt like the reason why they changed it to this design is because, I think, they felt embarrassed about it. But I don't know. I think it's cool. It's much more like retro to me. So after I removed the red straps off his thighs there, it left these giant empty grooves in his legs. So then I had to fill them up with new straps. So I just grabbed some leftover pieces I had from a G.I. Joe Classified Series Cobra Commander. And I made new straps. And then I glued on some more pouches because, Batman always has lots of pouches. So pouches, straps, new utility belt. New briefs over his tights, different colored logo, new head. So overall, I'm pretty happy with this. I love this color scheme a lot. I'm a big fan of like Batman with the oval yellow and the bat symbol in the middle. I'm not too keen on like the black bat over the chest. I do like the gold or the yellow. I think it makes the bat emblem pop out more. So it's kind of like a retro look, but somewhat modernized, I guess. And let's take a look at them up close. See the belts, straps. I like the Dark Detective head also. It's a much older looking face. The likeness almost kind of reminds me of that actor. I think it's David Harbour who plays Jim Hopper in Stranger Things. It kind of looks like that. Yeah, so there we go. We have my Hero Flashpoint Batman, the Dark Father Redeemed. So this is Dr. Thomas Wayne. He's in our timeline, and he's trying to make right for the sins of his past. Maybe in my story, Bruce is gone, and he feels the need to like do what's right now, even though he's done horrible, horrible things. The one thing I like about creating customs, for me, the challenge is always, I like to create customs that feel like they could almost be stock action figures. Like, I don't like to add a whole lot of paint and do a lot of crazy modifications. If I could create something that feels like it's, stock out of the box, like something you'd find at the store, that makes me happy. That's a real challenge for me. Alright, so let's wrap this video up. Once again, my name is Lou. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber or viewer, thank you so much for your continued support. I greatly appreciate it. So, until the next video, be safe, take care of yourself, buy lots of toys, and most importantly, be happy. And Batman and I will see you at the next video. Alright, later.